In the open ocean, there are no corners to hide in, no trees, no shadows, only water, light, and pressure. And yet, something down here is watching. An octopus does not look like a thinker. It has no bones, no familiar face, no voice. Its body pours itself through cracks in rock. Its skin shifts color like a living screen. Its arms move with quiet independence, tasting the world as they go. For centuries, humans dismissed it as instinct wrapped in muscle. A clever animal, perhaps, but not a mind. That assumption didn't survive contact. In laboratories and reefs across the world, scientists began to notice something unsettling. Octopuses were not just reacting, they were deciding. An octopus presented with a sealed jar does not panic. It turns the object slowly, explores the lid, tests the resistance, then it opens it. No training, no repetition, just problem solving, unfolding in real time. In another experiment, an octopus learns to escape its tank. Not once, but every night. It waits for the lights to dim, slips through a narrow gap, crosses the floor, raids another tank for food, then returns home before morning. When the gap is sealed, it finds a new route. This is not reflex. This is planning. But the deeper scientists looked, the stranger the picture became. An octopus brain is nothing like ours. It has no dominant central command. Instead, more than half of its neurons live in its arms. Each arm can explore, grasp, and react on its own. If severed, it will still move, still respond. In effect, the octopus does not think from its body. It thinks with it. 8 arms, 8 semi-independent decision-makers, 1 shifting sense of self. What does consciousness look like when it is spread across the body? Even more disturbing is how quickly octopus intelligence fades from the fossil record of memory. They live short lives, most only 1 to 2 years. They learn rapidly, solve complex problems, recognize individual humans, and then they die. No culture passed on, no knowledge accumulated across generations. Each octopus begins again, reinventing intelligence from scratch. It is brilliance without inheritance. Then there is their behavior in the wild. Octopuses have been seen collecting coconut shells and carrying them across the seafloor, not to eat, not to hide immediately, but to save for later. Tools imply foresight, a sense of future need. That idea alone should not exist in an animal so distant from us. And yet there it is. They play. Given floating objects, octopuses have been observed repeatedly pushing them into currents, not to escape, not to hunt, but simply to watch them drift back. Play suggests curiosity. Curiosity suggests an inner world. What is an octopus experiencing when it plays? There is no shared evolutionary path here, no familiar neural blueprint. Octopus intelligence evolved separately from ours for hundreds of millions of years. A completely independent experiment in thinking, which means when we look into an octopus eye, we are not seeing a distant cousin. We are seeing an alien mind, and that realization raises a more uncomfortable question. If intelligence can arise in forms this strange, this distributed, this fleeting, what else might be thinking beneath the surface? Unnoticed, misunderstood, and waiting to understand how an octopus thinks. Scientists first had to abandon a dangerous assumption, that intelligence must look like ours. The human brain is centralized, one command center, one sense of me. The octopus is none of that. Instead, its nervous system is scattered, a loose constellation of neurons spread through soft tissue and muscle. More than half of them live in the arms, far from the central brain. When an octopus reaches for an object, the brain does not micromanage each movement. The arm decides how to grasp, how to twist, how much force to use. The brain only sets the goal. This means an octopus does not experience the world from a single point. Its body is a network of sensing, thinking limbs. Each arm tastes with chemical receptors, feels texture, responds to danger. An octopus does not just touch its surroundings. It knows them instantly, intimately, everywhere at once. What does awareness feel like when it is everywhere? Then there's their memory. Octopuses can learn complex tasks quickly. They remember solutions. They remember places. They remember threats. But their memories are fragile. When an octopus reproduces, something strange happens. Its body begins to shut down. It stops eating, stops exploring. Its own nervous system turns against it. Researchers now believe octopus brains may be programmed to self-destruct after reproduction, a built-in expiration date. This is intelligence designed to end. Why would evolution create a mind only to erase it? Some scientists suspect the answer lies in speed. Octopuses grow fast, learn fast, live fast. Their intelligence is optimized for immediate survival, not longevity. A burst of brilliance, then silence. But even within that brief life, octopuses display behaviors that defy simple explanation. They recognize individual humans. Some show preference. Others show hostility. One octopus repeatedly splashes water at a specific lab technician, ignoring everyone else. This is not random. This is targeted behavior. Is it memory? Is it emotion? Or something we do not yet have language for? Then there is deception. Octopuses can change color in milliseconds, not just to blend in, but to signal. They can display one pattern on the left side of their body and a completely different one on the right. In the wild, this allows them to court a mate on one side, while threatening a rival on the other. Two messages, one body. Deception requires perspective, an understanding that others see the world differently. That idea should not exist here, and yet it does. When faced with danger, octopuses do not rely on a single strategy. They evaluate camouflage, escape, intimidation, misdirection. They choose. This flexibility is a hallmark of advanced cognition, but it emerges from a nervous system we barely understand. Perhaps the strangest part is how difficult octopus intelligence is to study. They do not respond well to confinement. They resist training. They get bored. An octopus that loses interest will simply stop participating. No reward is worth prolonged frustration. This suggests something deeply inconvenient for science. A mind with preferences, limits, a sense of enough. If intelligence can be distributed, temporary, and embodied like this, then our definitions may be dangerously narrow. The octopus is not a failed version of us. It is a successful version of something else. A reminder that the universe does not favor a single path to thinking. And if this is what intelligence looks like in the shallow reefs of Earth, what other blueprints might exist, unseen, in the dark places we have yet to explore? The more time scientists spend with octopuses, the more the rules begin to break. Not the rules of biology, the rules of expectation. Because some octopus behaviors don't just suggest intelligence. They suggest something uncomfortably close to intention. In the wild, octopuses have been seen doing something that should not exist in a creature like this. They throw things, not randomly, not reflexively, deliberately. An octopus reaches down, gathers shells, silt, or debris, then forcefully expels water through its siphon, launching the object through the water. At first, researchers thought it was a byproduct of cleaning. Then patterns emerged. Some throws were aimed. Some targets were hit repeatedly. Some individuals were targeted more than others. In one documented case, an octopus repeatedly struck a specific fish that hovered too close. In another, throws were directed toward other octopuses after failed mating attempts. This is not escape behavior. This looks like aggression or frustration, possibly even spite. Then there is their relationship with risk. Octopuses will explore objects that offer no immediate reward. They open boxes that contain nothing. They investigate spaces that do not lead to food or shelter. Curiosity without payoff. This is rare in the animal kingdom. Curiosity costs energy. Curiosity invites danger. And yet, octopuses keep doing it. Why? Some scientists believe the answer lies in boredom. In controlled environments, octopuses deprived of stimulation begin to behave differently. They dismantle equipment. They interfere with sensors. They alter their surroundings. One octopus repeatedly shut off the lights in its tank by shooting jets of water at exposed bulbs. Another clogged filtration systems with debris. These were not accidents. They happened again, and again. Problem solving without survival pressure. What motivates a mind like that? Even more unsettling is what happens when octopuses watch each other. In experiments, octopuses that observe another individual solving a task can later perform the same task themselves. This suggests observational learning without direct experience, a trait once thought to belong almost exclusively to vertebrates. And yet, here it is, in a creature with no spine, no shared social structure, no parental teaching. Then there is their response to pain. Octopuses do not simply withdraw from harmful stimuli. They groom injured arms, protect wounds, alter behavior long after the injury occurs. This indicates more than reflex. It suggests experience, and experience implies something harder to accept: suffering. This realization has already changed how some countries treat octopuses in research. They are now legally recognized as sentient beings in certain scientific contexts, not because they are similar to us, but because they are undeniably aware. Perhaps the most haunting behavior appears at the end of their lives. After reproduction, octopuses begin to unravel. They injure themselves, lose coordination, withdraw from the world. This is not simply aging. It is a neurological collapse, a mind consuming itself. Why evolution would design such an ending remains unclear. Some scientists suspect it prevents overcrowding. Others think it is an unavoidable side effect of their reproductive biology. But there is no comfort in the answer. What remains is a picture of intelligence without stability, awareness without continuity, a mind that burns brightly and then disappears. No stories passed on, no memories inherited, just brief flashes of thought in the dark water. If an octopus can feel boredom, frustration, curiosity, and pain, if it can plan, deceive, and observe, then the boundary between human and animal intelligence is not a wall, it is a blur. And the more we look into octopus behavior, the more we are forced to confront a troubling possibility: that consciousness may not be rare, it may simply be strange. And if that is true, then what other kind of minds are already sharing this planet with us, unrecognized because they do not look like our own? Octopus intelligence forces an uncomfortable reckoning, because it did not need to exist. For most of Earth's history, intelligence was optional. Life survived perfectly well without planning, curiosity, or awareness. Reflex was enough. And yet, in the silent pressure of the oceans, a mind emerged anyway. Not slowly, not cautiously, but explosively. Octopuses split from our evolutionary line more than 500 million years ago, long before bones, before trees, before eyes like ours ever existed. Everything that makes them intelligent arose independently. Their problem solving, their memory, their curiosity. This means intelligence is not a singular accident. It is a repeatable outcome. Given the right pressures, thinking appears. But octopus intelligence is not built for civilization. It is not built to last. They do not form societies. They do not pass down knowledge. They do not build upon the past. Each octopus lives alone, learns alone, and dies alone. An entire lifetime of awareness, reset to zero, again and again. This raises a disturbing possibility. What if intelligence is far more common than we assume, but usually invisible? What if many minds exist only briefly, never accumulating enough history to be noticed? The ocean may already be full of forgotten thinkers. Octopuses challenge our deepest assumptions about consciousness. They show us that awareness does not require language, or long life, or social bonds. It can be solitary, embodied, temporary, and still be real. There's a question scientists hesitate to ask directly. What is it like to be an octopus? A mind spread across 8 arms, a body that tastes the world, a self that may feel different from moment to moment. No memory of childhood passed down, no future beyond instinct. Only now, only sensation, only problem and solution. We may never know the answer. The octopus leaves no record, no art, no language. Its inner world dies with it. And yet, for a brief moment in deep time, That world exists, thinking, choosing, experiencing. If intelligence can arise like this, independent, fragile, and alien, then Earth is not just a planet of life. It is a planet of minds. Some ancient, some fleeting, some so strange we barely recognize them as thinking at all. The octopus does not ask to be understood. It does not signal its awareness in ways we find comfortable. It simply exists. And in doing so, it leaves us with a final, unsettling question. If intelligence can look like this, unfamiliar, short-lived, and hidden beneath the waves, how many other minds have already lived and vanished without ever being noticed?